neural network, what we studied only that where is, you can say, what are the application we have with the neural network. This point we discussed in the previous session. पिछले जो सेशन था या फिर लेक्चर था उसमें हमने डिस्कस किया था कि what are the various, you can say, application of neural network. So guys, everybody write down two application of the neural network, because the neural network applications are very wide. It means we have the various numbers of, you can say, applications. So last time I only explained the application. So each and everyone write down two application for the neural network. Two application of the neural network. You can write. Everybody write down two application of the neural network. Yes, guys, do it fast. The only two applications required for the, you can say, example. Last time we started with the neural network and we said, discussed that there is a various application of the neural network. So I said that everybody write down two application of the neural network. So Path says that one of the application is the decision making. Okay. Guys, do it very fast. Last time we discussed that it means we discussed like that a neural network is a kind of concept that is, you can say, work like human brain. Work like human brain. It means whatever the our brain can do, you can say with that one we can mimic also. It means with the help of the neural network we can do some activities that seems like human brain is doing. Suppose your human brain can easily, you can say, recognize people, or you can say human brain easily recognize some, you can say, pictures. So you can say one of the, you can say, application of the neural network is, you can say, image recognition. So like human can do, you can say the neural network also can do. So you can see image recognition is one of the application of the neural network. Okay. And Ayush wrote like this: targeted marketing and voice recognition. That is also correct. It means you can see that we can know some trends that is in market. And okay, no problem, Arun. I said that just write down the two application. If you already studied this topic, so it will be easier for us, because you can also answer and you can also have the opinion about this one. And Parth says that some sort of the speech recognition, you can say pattern recognition, or you can say rhythm learning, and you can say music composition, you can say like this. So these are the various application Facebook uses neural network. For what purpose Facebook uses? Okay, for the image recognition. Okay, that is the correct. And you can say in the machine translation that is also applicable. Suppose I said that you can see a neural network is applicable for the, you can say, recognition of handwritten digit. You can see that your neural network can be, you can say, applied for the, you can say, recognition of the handwritten digit. So can you give me any idea how it is going to be do? How it is going to be do? Yes, Arun, can you tell me how it is going to be do? Guys, anyone can tell me that how it is going to be do or how it is going to be work in the reference of the digit recognition. Suppose I pass the image and the image consists, you can say digit 2 or digit 2, or you can say it consists digit 4. So I have to give nothing as 4. And it means I have to predict that whatever the content I have in image, that is, you can say digit 4. Digit 4. So how it is going to be, you can say work, guys. Anyone can give ideas? Hello, guys. Are you getting that? What I am asking? Hello, guys. Are you getting what I am asking? Okay. My simple question is, one of the application of the neural network is, you can see recognition of the handwritten digit. So how this handwritten digit is going to be recognized with the help of the neural network? Any idea, guys? Hello, guys. Any idea? Yes, Parth. So Parth says that codes are used. Arun says that no. Okay, so now we will discuss that what are the basic concept regarding the neural network and how you can see. Arun says that generally we can create a program. That is the correct. And you can say for Arun, each and every problem, the you can say the one thing where we have is the we have to create a program. Without program, we cannot do anything. So the we have to create a program that is, you can say, not like to be say, because that is well understood that if we are going to do something and we have to do something in terms of, you can say, machine, then for that we have to write down the code only. We don't have any choice. It means this is, you can say, directly understood that writing a code is the necessary. Writing a code is necessary. But how the code has the concept? It means the concept is, you can say, whatever the code have, what is the working of that, you can say, code. So I am asking in that reference how that is going to be work in the sense of this, you can say, one application, handwritten image recognition. So now we can discuss one by one, very basic ideas. We are going to train by the handwritten, you can say, 4S. It means, and Ayush says that it takes the example and learn to differentiate. Okay, it means before doing, you can say, before applying the, you can say, any particular testing, first we have to train the system. Like our brain. Suppose our brain is want to recognize, you can say, multiple of the images. So to recognize that image, our brain must be trained. It means our brain must have some data. On the basis of that data, brain can also, you can say, recognize that yes, this is the this person, this is the this person. It means before testing or before doing any activity, we have to train the system, or we have to train the, you can say, particular machine like this. So in this reference, first step we have to do is the training. And before the training, you can see that we must require data. We must require, you can say, data. And in this training, we must require numerous data. So you can see that we need a data set. After that data set, we can train the, you can say, we can do the training. And Ayush also says that it takes the example and learn to differentiate, and it made its own rules to recognize different handwritten digit. Yes, that is the correct. That is the correct. So like this, you can see, first of all, we require the data. After getting the data, we are going to train the system. We are going to train the system. And after this, you can say training, we can do, you can say testing. We can do some testing. So with that one, we can know the things. We can know the, you can say, things related to that particular problem statement. So now we are going to discuss in the detail. So as you know that the neural network words comes by the, you can say, this scientist, and the name is the Frank Rosenfeld. that is, you can say, design first, you can say, simplest type of the neural network, that is, you can say, perceptron. And you can see this is, you can say, work like a human brain. So this we also discuss in the previous session. And in the previous session we also talk about the, you can say, application. So we talk about this kind of application. So in this, you can say, we are going to apply the neural network, or you can say already in the, you can say, real world. Now we have to discuss that one very basic definition of the neural network. So like this, the neural network definition is, you can say, it is a computing system. You can say it is any kind of system, and you can say that system is going to be made up with number of simple and highly interconnected processing elements. It means in this we have the some collection of the data, and that data is interconnected, and we can do processing of that interconnected data, and which process, you can say, information by their dynamic state. It means they can change their state at one instant to other instant, and they can respond to the inputs. They can respond to the input. They can respond to the input. So you can say it is any kind of, you can say, device, or you can say system, or you can say machine, that is going to be take numerous data, and the data is, you can say, interconnected type of data. And after taking the data, that is going to be processed, and the processing can be take dynamic, you can say, collection, and it is going to be respond for that particular input. So like this is the simple definition of the neural network. And in this you can see there is, you can say, very basic image is in this slide. And the image is, you can see that like this. It means we are having the input, we are having the input, and we are getting the output. We are having the, you can say, we are going to taking some input values, and after this we are going to take some output. So like this, if you want to see that, you can see in the reference of the simple model. So model is like this. It means you can see here is one machine, or you can say model, and here we are passing the, you can say, some input, and this machine doing some processing, and after the processing we are getting the output. After the processing we are getting the output. Like this, you can say, simple scenario consider. So in the neural network, the things you can see that one concept is called layers. In the neural network, one word that is used is maximum time is the layer. It means this is the input layer, this is the output layer, and this is, you can say, intermediate layer. So the intermediate layer is known as the hidden layer. It means whatever the things that is going to be processed to get the desired output, or you can say to predict something and to recognize something, we have task, and we have to do that task in terms of with the help of some layers, with the help of some layers. So in this you can see here, this, you can say, first one, this value, you can see it is input, and the input value is, you can say, the another name for this one is input, you can say, layer. So like this, and whatever the input we are going to take, that is going to be processed in intermediate layers. In the intermediate layers, whatever the input we are going to provide, that is going to be processed at the intermediate layers. So this intermediate layers is known as the hidden layer. Hidden layer. These intermediate layers are, you can say, hidden layer. And at last we will get some output. The output can be a single value, and you can say the output can be a multiple value. So this is, you can say, output layer. Another name for this one is what? Output layer. Guys, are you getting some ideas about the neural network? What is the neural network, and what is the things with the neural network? Hello guys, are you getting some ideas of this neural network or not? Arun says that the main processing, or we can see that algorithm or code run inside the hidden layer. Yes, you can say the actual processing, whatever required, that is done inside the, you can say, that hidden layer. So for that we have the some data, and the data is going to be processed, and for that processing we having the some functions, and taking that function we are going to get some, you can say, values, and after getting that values again we are going to put inside the other function, and we are applying that values in that function, and again function is going to be compute, and that is going to be at last. It means in the hidden layer also there is a computation. In the hidden layer, in this, you can say, in the hidden layer there is also computation. Yes, Arun, are you getting that? So, first of all, we are going to discuss a very easy one. You can say very, you can say basic type of, you can say, neural network, that is called as perceptron. We first of all, we are going to discuss very basic type of neural network, and that is, you can say, very common one, or you can say very easier one, that is called perceptron. So, guys, anyone have any idea about the perceptron? Arun? Because you said that it is completed in the CI. So do you have any idea about it? So part says that it connects a level of points where simple decisions are made. Okay. It means suppose you can see that I pass the value 1. Suppose I pass the value 1, and this one is, you can say, directly processed, and I am getting the output as 1. Like this part. It means there is no much of computation, only you can say few of the computation, and with that few of the computation we are getting the, you can say, things. Like this path you want to say? Okay, okay, no problem. So till now you are getting the ideas that so Arun says that it is a neural network unit that does certain computation to detect features, or you can say business intelligence in the input data. Oh my God. Okay, Arun, that is, you can say, consider, but is, you can say, that is so much of words. So we will keep it this one as simple as possible. So guys, till now you get the things about the neural network. What is a neural network? In the simple word, you can see that the neural network is any kind of the system, or you can say any kind of the machine that is going to be do some computation, and that computation is taking, you can say, some sort of the input values, and that is going to be processed with the help of some hidden layers, and we will get the output for the desired input. Like this you can take. And it is a model of the neutron and perceptron combined to form a neural network. Yes, that little bit is, you can say whatever the IU says related to that one, and it's separating with the line, separating groups with a line. Okay, it means whatever the equation we are getting for the, you can say, for this intermediate one, that is, you can say, equation of the line. Okay, that is the meaning of the Arun's word. Hmm. And Arun says that because classification is an important part of machine learning and image processing. Okay, so it means it is, you can say, predict the values, you can say, across a single line. Yes, you want to say like this. Okay, so here you can see that it is, you can say, perceptron. Whatever the image you are seeing in this, you can say, slide, that is called perceptron. The perceptron is looks like this one. The perceptron is going to be look like this one. So here is, you can say, some input values, and the input values is, you can say, x1, x2, x3, and you can say here is some weight that is going to be w1, w2, w3, and up to wn, and we are going to take the summation of that one, and then that summation is going to be represented as z, and after that calculation of the z, we are going to apply the activation function, and that activation function is giving some values that is considered as a output. Guys, you are getting the, you can say this image. Hello guys, are you getting this image? In this image, you can simply see that this is, you can say, a perceptron, or you can say the easiest, you can say, neural network like this. So here you can see that how the neural network is going to be processed. So we can understand with the help of this one. We can understand with the help of this one. So here you can see that there is some, you can say, values. This is, you can say, input values that is given, or you can say this is the input layer also. So these are the input values. So we have to do, we have to take these input values, and we are interested to get the output. So in this case, suppose we don't apply any weightage, suppose we are not going to apply any weightage, then that may be sometime you can say going to be in the some situation, or you can say some you can say a problem statement where we are not able to do anything. So in the reference of this one, some weights are given. It means for each and every input we having like this, to that input the weight is going to be given. The weight value is going to be given. So after, you can see, taking this weight value, this is, you can say, going to be sum the things, or you can say, so here you can, the summation value is, you can say, x1 w1 plus x2 w2 plus x3 w3, and that is going to be till xn. So here you can see xn wn, and this one is also going to be represented as I equals to 0 to I equals to 1 to n, and in this we are going to take xi wi. This is, you can say, directly write down like this. So this is the value, or you can say this is the summation value. So now we got the summation value. So we, with this summation value, we are getting, you can say, we are going to represent this one as a z. This one is, you can say, z. Here you can see we are going to apply any kind of function, and that function is going to be mapped to the desired output. So you can see this this one is going to be take this value z, and it is giving the some value that is called as, you can say, output. That is, you can say, output like this. And you can say this is you can say this value is like this. So you can say with this one we are getting the activation. So like this, you can see the structure of the perceptron. That is, this is going to be, you can say, for the very basic one, or you can say for very limited, you can say, data where we are directly getting the values with a single layer only. With the single layer only. Guys, are you getting the ideas how the perceptron looks like and what are the things in the perceptron? Hello guys, are you getting any idea? Okay, so suppose you can see that. Suppose I saw the image. Today I saw one image, and the image is, you can say, some vegetable image. You can say some vegetable image I saw today, that one. Now I have to recognize that image, that is which vegetable. It means I have to know that what is the type of that vegetable. So in the simple way, what my brain do, first my brain is going to be, you can say, take that image, and after that taking the image, you can say some small part of that, you can say, image is going to be processed by my brain. So after, in the processing of my brain applies, you can say, some values to each and every section of that particular vegetable. Suppose I am seeing that here is, you can see, red color dot, here is I am seeing that black color dot. So for that particular dot, my brain is going to be apply some, you can say, weight. It means that you can say the importance in you can say values is given to particular that dot, and after applying that one, yes, I get some conclusion. I will get some conclusion, but after getting that conclusion, I am not going to, you can say, easily identify that which is the vegetable. So at that point, I can have the possibility, yes, you can say that I can apply some further value also. You can say, suppose I am going getting the two things. So in this one, I have to apply some, you can say that third value also. So with that third value, I will get the desired, you can say, output, or you can say desired, you can say recognition. So in this, you can say concept, there is also some time possibility that we have to apply the bias also. It means we have to apply some constant value, and the constant value is going to be known as the bias. It means that is going to be help to, you can say, recognize whatever we want. So you can see in this section, or in this one, or you can see with this summation, we also have one value that is called the bias. That is called the bias, and this is the B. So here, instead of this only sigma, sometime you have the value like this, summation of the, you can see, I 1 to n xi wi plus b, or you can say that is, you can say, that is the z. That is, you can see that that is the z. So Arun says that it is, you can say, perceptron is, you can say, taking the thing that is, you can say, a line. So here you can see that equation z equals to, you can say, x and something value we having the, that is the constant value. It means the weight value is for x1 that is fixed, for x2 that is fixed, and you can say up to, you can say, xn we have the values that is, you can say, fixed. So that is, you can say, these equations, this whatever the concept, or you can say equations looks like, that is the similar to line equation. Whatever the equation right now you can say created, that is, you can say, similar to line. Guys, are you getting or not? You already know that line of the equation is what? Y equals to mx plus c. Line of, you can say, equation of the line is y equals to mx plus c. So guys, are you getting the thing? Hello, are you getting the thing? Am I audible to all? So part says that, so it can be implemented on graph. So you can right now you can see that whatever the image we have, or you can see, if you want to consider that thing as a graph, you can consider like this also. You can instead of graph, you can take that value as a network. Instead of the word graph, you can use the word network. It means each and everything is in the form of the network, and we having the network. It means like this, we having the some, you can say, lines that is going to be connected with the some input value as well as some intermediate values, and that is giving the some values like this. So instead of the graph, you can see this one as a network. So now, suppose with this, you can say, weight value, and with this bias value, we getting the equation that is, you can say, z value. What is the requirement of this activation function? Why there is a need to apply some other functions to take the decision? Guys, any idea? Suppose if we are not going to apply any kind of function here, activation function, then whatever the value we will get, that z value, the z value sometime can be, you can say, 45, sometime that value you can say 789, maybe sometime that value you can say like these values, and maybe at some further point the value is seems like this one. But with this type of you can say a structure, or with this type of you can say architecture, we just simply want that either it is true or false. It means we only interested to get T or F. We only till now you can see we are interested that one value is the true and one value is the false. Like this we are interested. But with this you can say equation, with this equation we are getting the values like it may be 45, it may be 789, it may be like this, it may be like this. So how we can take these values and we can get the value either true or false. It means on this value further we need some computation. On this value we also needed, or you can say there is further computation also required, that gives only you can say some values, that is you can say in the rank. So we can say that suppose I am going to say that I need values with the range of you can say 0 to 1. So suppose after the applying this you can say this activation function, I am getting the value is you can say 0.89. So I can directly says that true. I can directly says that true. Suppose I am getting the value after applying the activation function, that is you can say 0.09. So in that reference I can simply says that value is you can say false. If I have the you can say some you can say smaller type of values, or you can say some smaller range, so in that range I can easily you can say something that can be true or false like things. So in the reference, in that reference, this you can say next function that is called as activation function is also going to be applied. That activation function is going to be applied. Guys, are you getting the ideas? I said that whenever we have whenever we are going to take the summation of the all input values with some weight values as well as some bias values, we will get the you can say values, that is you can say in the range of some you can say number like this value we will get. So with this value, how we can say that it is you can say sometime true or sometime you can say false. So you can say to take decision on such you can say such group of the numbers, that is little bit difficult. So we are going to map such values, this kind of values into the range of the you can say 1 to 0 to 1. We are going to map these values into range of 0 to 1. So in this range, we can take the easily decision. In this, you can say in this, we can take decision easily. In this one, we can take the decision easily. So for that purpose, it is going to be applied. For that purpose, the activation function is going to be applied. So this is you can say very basic one, or you can say the perceptron, that is taking the some values as the input values, and after taking the input value the weight is going to be applied, and after applying the weight you can see that it is going to calculate the summation, and after calculating the summation you can say one function is going to be applied. The function is named as the activation function. Here you can simply see that activation function. Activation function, it means it is going to activate what is the output. It is going to be directly activate what the output we have. So like this, it is named as activation function. So after this we are getting the values. Okay, I can take one smaller example. Here you can see one input value is the x1, one input value is the x2, and one input value is the x3. Okay, and here is you can see that with x1 the weight is you can say 5, and with you can say this x2 weight is you can say 6, and you can say with x3 weight is you can say 7, like this. And here is you can say we have the perceptron. So in this one, the suppose only the single representation we have in that reference, you can see here the diagram, or you can say the perceptron is going to be represented like this. This is you can say input values, this x1 x2, or you can say this all are the input, and here is we are getting the output. Suppose we are going to write down like this, so in that case here is you can say one is the function, that is you can say summation, and here is the second function, that is you can say activation function. So in such reference, some you can say books, or you can say some website uses such kind of diagram for the this perceptron also. The some website, or you can say the some you can say books also uses this one. So in this you can say summation, there is bias value also, and that bias value is you can say b. So this is representation is also similar to this one. Such kind of representation we have. So the you can say the circle is going to represent you can say summation followed by the activation function. Summation followed by the activation function. So you can say first it is going to be do the summation values, and after doing the summation it is going to apply the activation function, and after applying the activation function, that is going to be considered as a output value. That is going to be considered as a output value. So such kind of image, or you can say such kind of diagram is also going to be you can say considered for the neural net, this perceptron. So guys, you got it that why Arun says that it is you can say take the things as a line, and after taking that line it is going to be processed for the output. Guys, are you getting or not? What is the perceptron? Perceptron is you can say simplest neural network that is have only the you can say input layer and output layer. That is the you can say one is the input layer, and you can say one is the output layer, and you can see at the same you can say same point the value is going to be processed without any number of you can say hidden layers, and it is giving the some result value. It is giving some result value like this. And you can say this is the diagram, or how the perceptron looks like, that is you can say represented by these two images. First one is this directly on the slide, and second one is I drew on you can say before the perceptron with the some you can say x1 x2 x3 values like this. Guys, are you getting or not? Okay, so you can see it is the only you can say with single values, single input layer, and you can see only one output, that is we are having the such kind of you can say network, or such kind of neural network. Now if you go to the Google, and if you do surfing, then in the reference of the neural network, or you can say in the reference of the you can say this topic, you will get the images that is seems like this one. If you directly do the surfing on the internet, you get the images like this one. So you can see that what is the you can say you can say how what is this one. It means how that is you can say this one is different from the previous one. So you can say in the reference of the neural network, we have the various type of neural networks. We have the various type of neural network. So first one is you can say perceptron. Second one is you can say feed forward, feed backward, or you can say CNN, convolutional neural network. Likewise, you have the various residual neural network or VCG neural network. Like this, there is various type of neural network we have in the you can say in the real world, and that is going to be applicable for some sort of the problem like this. So that you can say this basic one, if we are going to apply this one, So in with this one, you can see we are getting the output value. That output value is, you can say, sometime that value can be, you can say, 00 or point, you can say 0 point, you can say 098 something, and maybe in the second time that value can be, you can say, 0.45, like these values we are getting. It means, suppose we are going to categorize or we are to do some activities with the help of the perceptron, only two values we will get. One value is, you can say either yes, or second value that can be no. It means we can define either true false, like this we can say with the help of this one. So in this reference we are going to you can say discuss more thing about the neural network. So in this one you can see the second one is, you can see the neural network image, and in this neural network we have the input values. So input one, so you can see this one is x1, this is, you can say, x2, and this is, you can say, xn, like this. And this one is called as the input layer. So as per previous discussion I said, but here you can see that there is intermediate, you can say, levels, or you can say there is intermediate layers also. It means there is intermediate processing also, and after the processing we are getting the two value. One is, you can say, one, and we are getting the multiple values. One is, you can say, output one, or you can say next we are getting the output 2, next we are getting the, you can say, output 3, and next we are getting the output n, like this. So we are getting the multiple output with this, you can say, output layer. So that is, you can say, little bit, you can say, more complex, you can say, neural network as compared to previous one. So till now you are getting that what is the input, what is the hidden layer, what is the output layer, guys. Hello guys, till now you are getting the that idea or not? So I said that you can say recognition of the recognition of, you can say, handwritten digit image. We are going to recognize handwritten digit. In the input, suppose we are taking that problem statement, so that problem statement can be directly justified with this, you can say, this structure. So how it is going to be? So suppose, you can say, we have these some images. So images are like this. One image is, you can see 0, one image is, you can see that 1, one image is, you can say 2, one image is, you can see the 3, you can say one image is, you can see that 4, one image is having the, you can say, value 6, you can say one image, you can say take that value 6, that one image that is be taking the value is the 7, one is, you can say, taking the value as 8, and one is, you can say, taking the value as 9. So it means, if I want to know that how many outputs are there, 10 outputs there. One output, second output, third output, fourth output, fifth output, sixth output, seven output, and you can say eight output, and you can say output 9, and you can say output 10. So in this, you can say, output layer, I will get the 10 output in the difference of the, you can say, handwritten digit image. So 10 output. 10 output. Suppose this, you can say, system is going to be processed. So suppose this image is going to be applied. Suppose on this image we are going to apply this one. So now in the input what we get? Image that is having the value, you can say, like this.
मैम
So now we got it.
हेलो
Yes, please.
मैम वॉइस बहुत ब्रेक हो रही है आपकी बहुत ज़्यादा
Okay, okay, I will check. Hello. Now it is okay. Arun, it is okay. 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 So we are going to understand this, you can say, problem, or you can say that image recognition, and in the image we are getting the handwritten digit. In the image we are getting the handwritten image. So now you can see that in the input we are getting the value. In the input we are getting the value that is called image. Yes or no? Now we already know that our neural network is going to take some values, that is, you can say, input value 1, input value 2, input value 3, up to like this. It means our neural network is only going to take some values, that is, you can say, numeric value, but we are getting this value as a image. We are getting that value as a image. So how we can pass this image as a input? Guys, any idea how we can pass that image as a input? In this reference, you are seeing that our neural network is going to take some values, that is, you can say, some integer values, or you can say some values, that is, you can say, numeric value. But we are getting the image. That image is, you can say, consist some pixel values. The image is always going to be consist of pixel values. So if you heard that, yes, the Prapti says that pixel maybe. So in for the image representation, we have the, you can say, one is the gray scale, or you can say one is the RGB. Like this, you heard, guys. Like this, you heard about the, you can say, representation of image. So the first, that image is going to be represented in this, you can say, any one, you can say, scale. Suppose we are going to represent this image. We are going to represent we are going to represent in a grayscale. So in the grayscale, we are taking that the image is going to be, you can say, having the values like this. So suppose we are going to consider that is called, you can say, so in this, you can say, scale, that image is going to be represented. That image is going to be represented. So we have the, you can say, some sections here. Some sections here. So you can see in this section, you can say this one has the values, this one has the value, like this. So you can say this one is going to be considered as input 1. The next one is going to be considered as input 2. The next one is going to be considered as input 3. And the last, you can say, value is considered as input n. So the first of all, the image is going to be transformed into the, you can say, one of the scale. The scale can be a gray scale, or you can say the scale can be RGB. It's like this. So now we got the input values. So after getting this input value, that is going to be processed in the, you can say, further segment. So we already understood that if we take the simplest version, so in the simplest version, we are having the, you can say, n input. We are having the n input, and on each and every input value, there is, you can say, weight. So like this, you can say w1, w2, w3, w4, like this. And after this, we are getting calculating the summation, and on that one, we are going to apply the, you can say, function that is called as sigmoid, or you can say activation function, like this. So you can say in the this h1, what is the value of that h1? So in the reference of h1, suppose we are taking the name this one as x1. We are giving the name this one as x1, and with this x1, you can see that the weight is going to be applied is, you can say, w1. With this x1, the weight is going to be applied w1. So here this take the value from this one. It means from this one also, and from this one also. So for h1, it means for the first hidden layer, and for the this first point, how the value is going to be computed? The value is computed like this. You can say x1 plus w1 plus up to, you can say, till now we are taking the all values, so x and wn, like this. This values is going to be taken, plus we know that some bias values also. So this is, you can say, represent as z. It means here we have the two section. We have the two section, and in this one, first is you can say summation, and second one is you can say activation function. So here the summation is going to be calculated, and here the you can say the activation is function is going to calculate it. After the calculation, we will get some values. Maybe you can say 0.1 like this. Suppose we are getting here 0.2, here we are getting 0.3, here we are getting you can say 0.99 like this. So that value is going to be considered as input for the next one. So till now, till this, in this way, this is going to be process till the you can say output layer. So in such a way that is going to be you can say do some computation to recognize the images. So guys, are you getting the ideas? What is the neural network and how it is going to be do some computation? It is, you can see that if we understand for the single part, or you can say if we understand this one, you can see if we understand this first one, you can say this perceptron, then that is you can say easier for the next one. If we understand for the first one, or you can say the simplest neural network, or you can say the very basic neural network that is called perceptron, then it is easier for each and everyone. That is easier for each and everyone like this. So if you can see this one, all the activities, or you can say all the you can say things that is going to be done in this section or in this segment, that is similar to you can say human brain. In the way the human brain is going to be processed, that is the similar for this you can say recognition like this. So whatever the type of recognition we have, that is going to be done in such a manner only. It means suppose the image recognition also, and suppose you can say that you can say detect, you can say identify that it is cat or not like this. So each and everything is going to be you can say work in such a manner only, in such a manner only like this. So till now, any doubt? What is the basic? Till now we discussed that what is the neural network, and you can say how this neural network is going to be do, or how this neural network is going to be work. This is the basic discussion. Till now we did it. Okay, so in the you can say in the next lecture, I will explain in the you can say in the proper way that you can say what is this activation function, and you can say how many various type of activation function we have. So in the next session, we will discuss about the you can say activation function, and what are the various activation function that can be applied. One is you can say R ReLU, and one is you can say sigmoid, and one is you can say 10H. So what are these function and what is this activation function, we will discuss also. And you can say we will discuss this bias also. We will discuss this, you can say at each and every layer, the bias is also going to be applied. So we will discuss this bias also, and at simultaneously we will discuss variance also. We will discuss variance also. So like this discussion we will do in the next lecture, or in you can say Saturday's lecture. So till now, this is you can say for the you can say neural network. So with that, we are getting the ideas that how this is going to be processed, or how this is going to be work.